Hello again, it's Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Art Studio Gallery. That is a container made of refuse that I'm going to put some paint in. And I think that paint is going to be my sky paint first. Which means I'm going to put down some white and just begin. That is a color shifting pink from Folk-Art. I'm not sure if you should call it orange or pink, but they're very limited choices, so you'll see it when you get there. And I am not making anything conventional if I can possibly help it. So I'm just going to go crazy with my colors. And I may put them on, depending on how much paint I decide to add, I may put them on with a shovel. This is my quinacridone magenta from Golden. It's about $30 for 4 ounces, so it's fairly precious. This is a berry from Deco-Art Americana. It's a metallic. This is, I'm not sure what, this is iridescent, and it could be a purple flash from Folk-Art that I then changed. I'm not loving those colors yet. Maybe I'm going to indulge myself in going even further than I have gone already. I can always swipe them into place. That is a Folk-Art neon purple that's color shift. No, it's yeah, it's multi-surface. I think I'm going to sneak a little red in there. I don't care that there's going to be a lot of colors. This is not supposed to be anything except for Surreal, and I am going for it. And anything goes, as long as I like the way it looks, that is. I'm going to sort of skip the green. That's probably not going in there. And I've got some enamel, but enamel makes things sell, so I'm not going to do that. I think I'm pretty well done with that for right now. I cleaned my hands. I shouldn't be shedding. So I'm just going to give myself a generous layer of white paint, which is nothing more than Artist Loft, bulk brand, cheapo stuff, and half Color Place semi-gloss latex from Walmart. Now, if I want to tip this, and I'm thinking about it, I need to have a fairly decent layer of paint in the background. And I like the white showing through a lot of times because it reminds me of a real sky. Because real skies are not always whatever. So let's just grab, I have shovels up here. I also have all kinds of other things. Let's grab that. That looks nice and deep. That was just 3/4 of a box with the end cut off to make a shovel. So I'm just going to pick that up, put it across. I don't think I've done Escape Sky exactly like this. Probably a good thing. We'll see in a minute. So I have edge catchers and other things on top of them. So I'm going to grab myself an edge catcher. That one looks pretty nasty. Doesn't have to be the full length of the canvas. It just has to catch the paint. I may do all kinds of things. I can still swipe in part of this sky. I can definitely add more paint. I'm going to rock that edge catcher, send that paint right back over. I'm getting a little green. I think I'm just going to add the rest of the paint. Just put that right down there to protect that. What am I going to put in there? I think I am missing a lot of orange. I could be completely wrong. I want one other color. This is my quinacridone magenta with iridescent pearl fine from Golden added into it. And I'm going to actually put, that's what I just did with that. And I'm actually going to put some white right in there on top. I played with this whole idea recently, and I liked the way it turned out so much I'm going to do it again. If I get enough paint on here, then I ought to be able to tip. And if I don't mix that paint around, ooh, there's some beautiful cells in there. Wow. So like I said, nothing natural about this sky, just completely crazy. Maybe it's all about the sky. I'd like to do the land the same way. I'd also love to tip that paint right up over the top and let that drain down in the bucket again. Bucket? Yeah. Container. Come on, come up off my... That is just about the right length. I might be able to get away with this. So I'm gently folding that up against the top, and then I'm going to rock it and send it right back down again. I'm going to kind of scrape it off too. And that is going to get me the surreal sky I was looking for. Very cool. Let's do a little bit more of what we've got left. Let's just use up what I've got left. Or what? Or put, let that drain for a minute. Put some more of that beautiful quinacridone magenta and some of that iridescent whatever it was, and some of this too. I think that was a color shifting blue. I don't mind strange little clouds in my sky. They probably won't stay, but I like the idea. I'm going to probably pull out a Princeton Art Tool Catalyst spatula here and use what I've got left to decorate. I should save some of it for my edges, shouldn't I? I will. That's what I'll do. So let's just grab my edge catcher again, and I can use the painted schmutzy part of that. Crazy sky. I can also roll that paint right down there and dip my edge in it so it becomes covered. I did my top. I kind of need to do the side that is hard for me to reach, so I think I'm going to just cheat this time. I'm going to dip that right in there and see what happens. That's okay. I can do that if I want. Let's use some of this white. Okay, so crazy sky. Totally crazy sky. I've got some marks that I'd like to see do something else. Now I could put chain in, or I could put spirals in, but I think what I'm going to do is just keep tipping any which way I want and watch where my patterns go. I wish it was the other direction so there was more light on it for you guys. I kind of want to let all that come down some. I don't want too many of these marks, but I think what I'd like to do is add a layer of paint, because paint will flow to paint. And a lot of times if I float back the way it came and then down, it'll pull the rest of the paint down with it. And I'm always saying how much I like black silhouettes at the bottom of my canvas, so maybe I'll do that. I'm just having an awful good time with this sky. This sky is crazy. Just sticking my finger in any gaps I see on the side. Nobody's gonna know if you don't tell them. I know, I'm getting weird. It's okay. It's getting late in the day. It's almost happy hour. Now what do I want to do? Do I want to grab an OXO omelet turning spatula? Oh, that sky is amazing. That's just what I wanted. Put some of that paint in there, because I don't like wasting it, and if it's still pretty. Now at some point in time I can do one of these. Ooh, what's that? What are you? Come out. Goodbye. Thing that does not belong. I can always put wispies through my sky. Wispies being waggles for skies. Alright, so that's pretty cool, and I like it a lot, and I'm pretty satisfied that I got most of what I expected, and I really didn't need to save any more of that paint over there. So what I'm thinking is I should just take whatever there is and keep moving it out of the containers and onto my canvas. Because I can. The name of my first book, it's on the Amazon link under the link tree. The first blue link under the video is my link tree. It's got all my other links on it. So you can tell I'm being really careful about how I do this. I know, I'm sarcastic. And I like the white in between very much, and I might be tempted to add a little bit more. I'm going to stick my finger in the gap on this side. I want to tip it over. What do I want? I want some of this in here. I'm just going to put a very small landscape at the bottom of this. I could put a tree, and I keep thinking I'm going to do a tree, and then I get in here and I get distracted and I do something else instead. So I'm just going to use my spatula to nudge the paint to meet up with the other paint, and it does not matter considering the abstractness of the sky. I can't really make much of a mistake here. What I can do is continue on giving myself some more white. Right on down further. I'm really tempted to use that schmutzy spatula. That's probably a bad idea, but I have one with white on it, which is cool. So I'm just going to dip it and pull it, dip it and pull it, dip it and pull it, dip it and pull it. I'm going to dip it and push it, and then pull it. If I wanted a sunset, I guess that's my sunset right in there. That is wild. I want to torch this while you're still here and I'm still here, and this time I'm going to take this edge catcher and let it dry because it's really pretty. And I'm going to let you guys look at my incredible sky that I absolutely love and got exactly what I wanted. I know, I'm gloating. I got a place over here. Yep. Just going to fill it with a finger full of paint. I torch to release the bubbles caught in the paint. And sometimes we'll release patterns, because agitated paint will often make patterns, and the warmth of the torch will release them. I don't mind if there are little white cells in my sky. Some people don't like them. I am not somebody who has a problem with that. I am going to let that tip down a little bit more. I could let it tip up a little bit more. I have to decide what I want to do with my land portion. Yes, I did. I just blew into that, and I'm not sorry about it. I didn't tip that bottom portion, and I think I'm going to. The rest of it's not flowing quite so badly. That is not bare canvas, that is just a void spot, which is cool, because I like having a little negative space in there. And now my clouds are complete, and I have to think about quickly, what can I get away with? Let's just do everything right here. That's right, I didn't want it to be normal. What's normal that I paint anyway, honestly? So, those colors are colors I usually use, and there's a purple flash, there's a green gold, and both of those are from Folk-Art. They're both color shifting. The minty green is now called emerald green, and it's also from color shift. From Folk-Art, I mean. I want this to open. I guess I'm going to open it the only way I can right now. Have a little patience. This was open yesterday. I'm going to be investing in some more of the big blue electrical wire nuts to cover my bottles pretty quick here, because for some reason indoors is just not, they're not staying clear the way they used to. Alright, So what else? I think some copper needs to go in there. I could probably put some black and some silver in there too. I just cleaned you out. Come out. I mean, I made all those people wait for you. Come on. I don't want to make you guys wait. I'm so sorry. There's got to be something right in the tip, and I need a sharp skewer, and that'll hopefully, come on. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, as she struggled, I usually see daylight. You know what? I'm just going to give it some Blue Mountains, and I'll check that in a little bit. Put it someplace it won't drip all over everything. Hopefully I won't spill it. Let's find the copper. And what else? What else? Some black, I said? Yes. Actually, I kind of want, well, what's it feel like to want? I'm going to put some gold in there also. And then I think I'm just going to mix it around. And if I need something else, I've got it. Clean edge catcher, very, very messy tile. I'm going to go back and forth because the freshest puddle of paint is the one that's going to move the fastest, and that happens to be the one that's at the bottom right now. So I don't expect to lose too much of anything. I think I'm going to need some more colors. And I like that copper, and I put it down, and it should be right in front of me. Well, I've got some gold. Whoa, I've got some Floetrol. That cannot stay. That's weird. That's probably a different brand than what I'm used to. I think that was the exterior. I still want some black. There we go. And some of this 24 karat gold. I want to be able to tip the painting so it will go down. Really being called this in white, which is unusual because I don't use white on scapes. But I think in this case in time I'm going to stick my finger in the top of this, let all of this go down, and roll down. When it gets near the end, I'm going to rock it after I level it off, send it back up again, scrape it off somewhat. That's pretty cool. I'm going to wipe off my spatula because it's covered with sky. I'm going to take all the paint, or half the paint, that's on my edge catcher, and just put it right back on the canvas. Use it to flow the rest of that paint. I'm not worried about anything. Got my little bit of white in there. I'm going to take a skewer and some of that, yep, the purple's open. Let's throw a little bit more of this in here, maybe. I think some turquoise right there. I think we could have a waterfall right there pretty easily. And everything that's dripping over on this side will cover. Let that drip right over the edge. Use my residuals. I've got some white which would make a good reflection if that were a waterfall. I don't know what that is. Doesn't look like anything I recognize right now, but then neither does anything else in this right now. So I'm tempted, since I have a splash in my sky, to go ahead give myself permission